army contacted the New Truth. He told us he had a bombshell in his hands, an official report of the results of all the investigations conducted to date on the Great Wave, the Dissolved, and the Dead Synchronicity Point. It's a real gold mine, Michael. The answer to our prayers.
And where is that report now?
The same day she left the note at your house, Sarah was supposed to meet our source at the same place we always meet people who cooperate with the New Truth, which had been the safest place in the city up to that point. The sewers. But she never came back, Michael. I was hoping she'd found you. Or perhaps some problem had come up in the sewers, and she'd taken refuge in your apartment.
Don't worry, Chris. Sarah will be fine.
Yes, I know. Sarah is a strong woman and very resourceful. I know she can take care of herself. If you want to help us, Michael, get us that report. I'm trapped in this basement in this wheelchair, but I know that you'll be able to get it for me. It's vitally important that we get it. That's where we'll find the answers to all our questions. Even answers about Emily and her messages. Follow the trail of Sarah and our source. Go down into the sewers and find some clue that can lead us to them. But be very careful down there. It's dangerous.
Dangerous? You just told me the sewers were the safest place in the city.
Indeed they were. That's why they became the perfect hiding place for the Dissolved and their families. For some time now, the army has been reinforcing its dragnets for catching the Dissolved hiding in the sewers. If they find you in one of those tunnels, they'll shoot first and ask questions later.
I'll be fine.
Take this. You'll need something to guide you. The city sewer system is a veritable labyrinth. I've marked the exact spot where the meeting was supposed to take place. It's a huge subterranean gallery where several pipes converge. Michael, please, bring me that report. And for the love of God, bring Sarah back to me safe and sound.
I'll do it.
Allora. Ok. Diamo una controllatina comunque al luogo,
The
scaffale.
entire basement is filled with books, albums, file cabinets, and photos. You can even find the odd exotic object in all this. Sarah and Chris accumulated enough material to fill a museum of curiosities. It's a map with handwritten notes, describing how to get to Sarah's meeting place with her source. Without this, walking through those tunnels would be a rather dangerous waste of time. Dozens of documents and newspaper clippings about conspiracies, attacks, inexplicable occurrences. Looking at the topics of all this material, I can imagine what the editorial line of The New Truth is. Covered with scrawled notes, open books, and dirty coffee mugs. I get the impression that Chris lives, works, eats, and sleeps at this enormous desk. Oh, Lord. I'm completely exhausted. I feel like I've been wandering around this new world for centuries, but I can't stop to rest now. Not until Chris and I have uncovered the secrets in that army report. While I can't remember her clearly, looking at this photograph gives me a pleasant sense of tranquility. I'm sure Sarah and I were very good friends before the world collapsed. A huge old trunk. Looks like it weighs a ton. The layer of dust on top suggests that it hasn't been opened in a long time.
Allora lo apriamo noi.
Locked with a key. I'm afraid that Chris doesn't trust anyone, and the way things turned out after the Great Wave, he's doing the right thing. Chris, I need you to refresh my memory of a few... I won't bother.
No, non...
It belongs to Chris. Although I could open it with this crowbar, I have no intention of break. What kind of friend would do that? It belongs to Chris. Although I could open it with this... What kind...
No, non posso chiedere di aprirlo. Andiamo, va. Allora, fogni, fa qua fogni.
Here goes. I'll use the map Chris gave me as a guide. These tunnels are a real labyrinth. This is the place marked on the map, the place where Sarah and her confidential source were found.
Oggetto nell'acqua. Allora, cascata.
This is where that river of filthy water ends. It's funny. Despite the nauseating stench it gives off, there's something hypnotic about that viscous green waterfall. The underground rivers that carried the sewage and garbage from Doomsday City lead here. If I ever thought I couldn't fall any lower, this place helps me remember how mistaken I was. It's a shoe, trying to stay afloat in the stinking sludge of the sewer. From here, it looks like a castaway waiting for help. It's of no use. I'm afraid that there's not much I can do for it now. There's a very familiar sound coming from the depths of the tunnel behind this grate. It's a subway train. I don't get it. If they boarded up the subway stops and shut down the subway service, what the devil are those trains carrying? And where are they going?
Saranno cadaveri o rinnegati. Passaggio di tunnel.
Dozens of dark tunnels converge in this area. Most of them closed or inaccessible from here. This place must be the true subterranean heart of the city. It's an enormous accumulation of trash, mud, and plant matter that has built up in the years since this pipe was last cleaned. There's a stench coming from inside, even worse than the rest of the sewer. I've been able to remove some of the waste, but I won't be able to remove the rest of it with my hands. This stuff is too snarled up. All right. Let's see what the devil's so tangled up in here. My God! Sarah! A bullet's torn off her jaw, but her face is still recognizable. Poor Chris. How am I gonna break this to him? One bullet hit her in the jaw, and another went through part of her neck. There's no doubt that Sarah bled to death while using the last of her strength, trying to drag herself out of here. A flash drive. It's sticking out of the corpse's clenched fist. Sarah is holding onto it for dear life, even in death. Take good care of it. This piece of plastic was the motive for Sarah's murder. That's how little human life is worth in this hellhole. Thick bars at the end of the pipe block the opening to the outside. Extremely hard and solid, I'm afraid.
Sì, questo qua era... No, adesso come facciamo di lo dobbiamo dire.
It's the note I found on the door to the... Who could... Hello, Chris.
Michael, You're back already? Tell me, did you find Sarah? Did you bring the report she went out to get?
I brought the report. Here it is.
Oh, that's great news. I knew you could do it. Ah, damn it. I should have guessed. I was expecting a paper dossier, not an electronic document. We have a serious problem, Michael.
Problem? What's wrong?
We're not in the old world anymore, and access to electricity is a privilege very few people have nowadays. The good news is that I was able to save my old laptop from the Great Wave.
Ecco che apre il baule.
The bad news is that we don't have anywhere to plug it in.
What can we do?
If we want to find out the secrets in this report, we need electricity. Bring me a generator with enough fuel, and we'll find all the answers we need, Michael. But tell me, please, did you find Sarah?
Yeah.
Why didn't she come back with you? What happened?
Bisogna dirglielo.
I'm sorry, Chris. Sarah's dead.
God, but what?
It looks like she and your confidential source were ambushed and shot by soldiers in the sewers. I found Sarah's body in one of the graded tunnels, near the refugee camp. I took the report out of her hands, but I had to leave her there.
Oh, my poor Sarah. She didn't deserve that. Please, Michael, don't leave her body to rot in the sewers. I beg of you. Do it for me. For Sarah. For Emily.
I'll do what I can, Chris. I promise you.
Now, get me that electric generator. Time is running out.
Tipo ho già dimenticato subito. Per scoprire i segreti dei rapporti ricchi hai bisogno di un generatore elettrico, che è quello sicuramente dove c'era la tipa che voleva il bambino bambola. Quindi devo ancora fare la foto, cacciare un messaggio da parte sua, devo foto del deposito carburante. Allora,
Before leaving his house, I shoot a furtive glance at Chris. He's gazing at Sarah's photo in silence, completely lost in thought. Maybe I should have lied about what happened to her. Told him that she got away, leaving the report behind. That she's safe and sound, and just waiting for the right moment to come back. The truth is a poisonous inheritance from the old world. What good does it do to know it, if it snatches away your last hope?
no, voglio dire la verità, niente stronzate. Allora, la foto non posso farla dall'alto, vediamo un po'.
Use this here?
No, allora usciamo di qua.
The cats have already done their business.
La foto posso farla. Da qua.
I have an excellent view of the hospital compound and the fuel depot from here. Shame the camera doesn't have any film in it.
No, dove cazzo è la pellicola?
Oh no, the image of that guy again. It's like a loop that keeps repeating. Over and over again. A damn nightmare that repeats over and over again.
Allora la foto qui è perfetta, so dove farla, ma non c'è la pellicola. Chissà dove cappero, Torniamo un attimo. La storia del generatore, vediamo un po' se posso risolverla subito. E questo qua.